Okay.
Here we go. We're just going to have you take some deep breaths. And our intention for today is to connect with Jamie's teams for a surrogate session to get answers to the questions that she has. And as we gather here now in this safe and sacred place, I ask that only the highest and most divine original source energy expressions and beings be allowed to participate. I invite my Ceirra's and Jamie's guides, angels, cosmic and soul families, our higher selves, and our selves from the future as an ascended master to join us today. Now that we are surrounded by all of our combined teams, we ask that our and that their energy amplify and broadcast Jamie's intention for this session across all realms of multidimensional reality to support us as we gather and ask for the most benevolent outcome of all. I'd also like to put a beautiful white light pyramid around us all as we gather this information as protection of our energy, and that nothing but the highest, most beautiful, benevolent energy forces be able to join us today. So I'm going to place you on a cloud, and as you're on that cloud and drifting and floating, begin to land and acclimate to where you are. Tell me what you see or feel or hear.
I'm on a spaceship.
You're on a spaceship.
Yes.
Is Are you there alone or is anyone there with you?
They're saying this is where the Greys took her
Oh, okay. Why did the Greys take her up to the spaceship?
because she's been a Grey before and has contracts with them.
What are her contracts with them?
The Zeta Greys.
Okay. What contract does she have with them?
These Greys are really nice. I like these ones.
Do they have anything they want to say before we get into the nitty-gritty details?
They're saying that she's from the Zeta Nebula. She has worked with the Greys over and over and over. And the Greys have a project. So the um like the benevolent beings or the benevolent Greys, they actually have contracts working with the Galactic Federation to upgrade the technology of the human body as we progress into the fifth dimension. So these Greys are working with the Galactic Federation to transform the human bodies to make them like more crystalline and to they're saying it they're trying to like amplify our spiritual abilities. It's almost like I'm seeing humans as like gray hybrids in the future.
Now, is that just like one of the many species that might be evolving?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is like an experiment that they're working on with the Galactic Federation to basically see like the way that they want to take human genetics in the future.
Now, it was like 10 years ago when she had the sleep paralysis. What were they taking her up for then? What were they doing with her?
To upgrade the technology of her body, um and they're asking me to do like a full body upgrade for her today. Um okay, so it's almost like she has a transmission inside of her, but this was a contract that she had to send this information back. Um but it's like blocking some of her energy flow, but it's not something that like I could remove. because she has her higher self has these contracts with them. Um, and it's like she agreed to this because it's for the highest and greatest good of humanity and for the collective of the grays that she's from.
Okay.
So today
So
they're just asking me like to upgrade that technology so that the transmission that is in her isn't affecting her in a negative way.
now, is this a one-time transmission or is she constantly transmitting information?
She's constantly uh transmitting information back to the Zeta Grays.
Okay. So she's collecting information for the collective, and that's on a continual basis.
Yeah. And
Okay.
this is actually something that I have seen pretty regularly for people around the same age group um that work with benevolent grays. It's like they have this transmission um that they're constantly sending back to the grays that they agreed to.
And is the ship that they took her in, is that like part of her? Is that her ship or is that their ship?
Yeah, it's a ship from the entire collective that is working really closely on Earth. So they're showing me it's like the spaceship is right above Earth. Um, and they're working with the Galactic Federation.
Can she like go outside in her daily walk and just kind of like, you mean at nighttime, just try to connect in with that ship and see if it would start giving her signals so that she feels more connected?
Yeah, and they're saying that after her body update today, um, and updating like the technology of her body, she'll be able to connect a lot easier. So it's like I'm seeing it's almost like the transmitter is like blocking her connection and they didn't mean for it to be like that. It's just that's kind of just something that happened that needs to be updated today.
Okay.
Um so it wasn't like put there in like a malicious way. It just needs to be updated.
Now, she Zeta Gray or what is her collective?
Yeah, so she's from the Zeta Nebula.
Hmm. And how many lifetimes has she had here on Earth? I mean, not, you don't have to give us an exact number, but guesstimate, like not guesstimate, but a roundabout.
I'm seeing her in Orion more. Um, and then also and then Earth. Earth
Mhm.
there has been probably a decent amount.
Yeah.
But it's almost like she's like bounced back and forth between Zeta Grays, Earth and Orion, and Mentaka and Orion.
Okay. To give her a little bit more understanding of her connections. Is there anything else they want to us to understand about the life contract that she has with this and the upgrades that are the transmissions that she has?
They're just saying that um she could decide for herself um if she starts like meditating and learning how to connect with her higher self more, then she can raise her consciousness to a level where she can recode and rewrite these soul contracts. So she once she understands more and can tap in better and like be in conversation with her higher guidance, then she can rewrite all these contracts herself and decide if she still wants to be a transmitter for the Zeta Grays. Um, but they're just saying that like they're a very loving group. Like they're out of all of the Grays, like they're the most loving, and they're really working with the Federation to help all of us evolve. So it's really up to her, and just learning how to connect better. And they're saying that after we do the update today, it will be easier for her to connect. So she could always do like her own BQH session, maybe like a tandem session, so that she can start to get this information for herself.
Yeah, because that's the goal, right? Is for everyone to be able to tap into this information for self.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And she's
And we want to,
actually they're saying that like her sometimes this group that came in that is around this age that has these contracts with the Zeta Grays, they they kind of struggle understanding their body, or they kind of struggle with like certain aspects of their physical health because there was a huge body update right after this group came in to Earth. So that's why like a lot have came to me because I can do all of these like DNA updates that they need. And then they're also saying that she needs to like work on her flow of energy. So like this group, this specific group, they have to work more to like flow their energy because these it's easier almost for them to get like energetic blocks in their body. So it's just really important for them to like do things that make them feel like they're in flow.
now, why does she have issues with her confidence as far as like she's shy and quiet? Like what is it have anything to do with the body that she was brought in, or is that just something else?
So we can also work with the solar plexus today. They're telling me that it's more Zeta Grays are kind of just like more quiet, more shy. They're not as outspoken. That's kind of why they're like the gray collective that you don't hear as much about because they
Mhm.
are just like sweet, loving, shy, quiet. They're kind of like in the background, but they love deeply.
So it's kind of just a natural way that she is, but working with the solar plexus will help to give her that confidence and empowerment to kind of step into that strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. Um, do they want to answer any other questions for us, or do they want us to move forward?
That's it for now.
Okay, I just want to send them just gratitude for working with the Federation and all that they're doing to help with humanity's ascension, and just give them the honor and gratitude from all of us. And as you're there, I want you to just go ahead and move forward to the most appropriate time, the most appropriate place. And as you're moving forward to the most appropriate time and place to get answers, tell me what you feel or see or hear.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're showing me her life as a Zeta. So I feel like I'm on this planet. There's like a bunch of gray aliens around me, but they feel like so loving. And there's one in particular that's like so excited that I'm here. And they're like, we're going to show you around.
Yeah, I mean, go with them. Let's see about the planet.
It almost feels like I'm on a moon. Like it feels more like,
Is there less gravity?
oh, um, yeah, it feels okay, so it feels like I'm like it's almost like I'm on the moon, like sitting on the moon just looking at Earth, and it's like she's just always thought that the Earth was so beautiful. And it's like I'm sitting like she has family members that are Zetas as well. and it's like they're sitting on the moon together, just looking at how beautiful Earth is. And it's like they also came here as volunteers. Or like the Zetas also came here as volunteers.
So she had wanted to know her spiritual connections with her three sisters and her parents. Are they part of these, uh, or is it someone else?
There's one sister in particular that I see. Like there's one sister that was like leading her. Um and then also her brother also.
The brother that passed.
Yeah.
Is he there right now?
Yeah, so he feels like so it's like her and her sister as like gray aliens sitting on the moon looking at Earth, and then he is like this angel right above them. It's so beautiful.
Oh. And does he want to come forward and have a message?
Yes. Yeah, so he's here. He's just saying that he loves you so much. He's been a guide for you and your sister. He watches over your family. He said Earth was just a little bit harder than he thought it would be for the time that he came in. So he did choose to take an early exit point, but he just wants you to know that he's safe and he's loved and he's so happy now.
Oh, so it wasn't his life contract.
No, but it was his decision at a higher level.
Okay. And and what does he think about this whole Earth experience we're going through right now?
He's saying he prefers to be the observer, but he knows that we'll be okay. And now he's like really here like guiding her, and he's saying that he's always with her.
Now, what about the parents? Do they have they shared past lives with the sister and brother and Jamie?
Okay, so I'm seeing that it's like her parents are earth souls, but they don't have too much karma for being like earth souls. Like they were still pretty open. At least one parent seems like pretty open-minded. Um and they have lived like some earth lives together, and they have always like she has been here to live more of like the earth experience. So she that's why she's more of like a transmission and she's not so aware. So her family chose to come in that way, but it's like they're also healing the ancestral traumas of past earth and like of the past lives that they've had together. So like their past lives have been like earth based, but they're here to like heal like the deep wounds of the ancestral traumas from earth.
Now, why she was there on that planet, the Zeta planet, what was her life's purpose there? Like, what did she do there?
Is it the Zeta Reticuli? I just got the word Zeta Reticuli.
Okay.
Um, she she worked in genetics. So she worked with the Zetas to um like genetically modify different it's like body technology. Like they don't even see it. So they see it more from like your human body as your technology. And they're not in like the same situation as the other grays, like the other grays that we know of where they're like they have to um where they're just trying to save their own race. for the most part, like the Zetas have more of like an organic body structure, but they're really focused on the technology of the human body. And they also see the like how amazing our human bodies are. And that's why they're working so hard with the Federation to create like this beautiful body for our experience. So she has actually been a part of that, and that's why she's such an important transmission.
So is that part of her life's purpose here now on Earth? Or is there any other information about what is her purpose here on Earth?
Just to be a role model and a leader. So she came in really just with the purpose of being a transmission for the Zeta Grays. Um to help like bring new updates to human bodies and the technology of the human body. So her life purpose was pretty she has a lot more free will than most people because they just saw her more as like a volunteer just to be here. So just by being like a role model for others, that's how she's like living her purpose and paving the way. And then it's like she's still paving the way for like her parents are like the earthbound souls. So she can okay, so they're saying that she like can easily connect. It's like she is very interested in spirituality and like extraterrestrials and things, but it's also so beautiful because she can connect to like those earthbound souls or to like the more human souls of earth that aren't as connected to spirituality or don't really like understand those concepts. It's like she's really like helping to bridge that gap of understanding. So um it's almost like she's making it normal to believe in these things because she is from that generation and she does have like more of an open mind.
Beautiful. Very, she's just grounding and merging the two, right? She's like the segue, helping
Yeah,
bridge.
absolutely.
Um, so why does she feel discontent like where she's living? She's been there a while, felt pretty happy with it, and all of a sudden feels like it's time to move. Like what is that? What's happening with her there?
They're saying there's been a lot of signs lately that it's time for her to really like work on herself, especially with this ascension. She's had signs where it's time to like work on herself, and then get that feeling that like scares her, or it's almost like this feeling of like trying to run away. Um, but it's like all her guides are asking her to do is to just like meditate more and like work with your body because these bodies are so amazing and you've worked with these bodies over and over and over in the development of them. And so they're just saying that um instead of like you have a lot of free will in this life. So if you feel that energetic pull, if you feel like there's somewhere else that you need to be for your healing to take place, then we'll fully support you. But maybe go within first. Maybe take a deep, deep healing journey within first, and then see what you want to create. Then ask where do you need to be or if you're in the right place.
I feel a lot of like stuckness in the solar plexus on my body. Is she just not, she just having a hard time trusting herself right now?
Yeah, so I feel like the transmission is back here. I feel like it's like right below her neck. Um and it's almost causing it so like it's not flowing. So it's
Hmm.
just getting stuck. So it's
Okay.
like so we'll definitely like update that and get that flowing more um during the body scan.
Now I know you said about the like where she's living, like that to go within, but she's like got a pretty good job too, and she's just not happy. She wants to know what she's should do next. Like she feels like it's a brink of a change.
Yeah, exactly. This is the time in her soul contract to heal yourself. So by going within, that's how you bring the change without. So she is on this like beautiful path of change and to transform her life, but they're just really saying like you have to go within before you change the without. So like this could just be like having a daily meditation practice, walking meditations, doing something that flows your body. Like you could do body tapping or qigong. Um, just start working with your limiting beliefs, and the rest will come. Like you'll start to trust yourself more. Your chakras will start to align, and you'll be able to like make these decisions easier of where you want to go and what you want to create. I'm also feeling it's almost like she came into this life with too much free will. It's like, sometimes we get to the point where we just want to be told what do we do next. That's almost what
Mm.
it feels like. Or like we're all guided by angels for our soul contract, but she has so much free will that it's like the angels are no longer telling her where to go. So it's real that's why it's also, like, so important for her to, because it's like she has to raise her consciousness to that level of the creator since she has so much free will, because, like, no one can tell her or guide her on which way to go except for her.
And is there anything that she's been holding in, like with her shadow work, that she is trying to show itself to her and she's not seeing?
I feel some fear. Um I feel fear and I feel like shame and guilt. Like there's some kind of shame and guilt in her sacral that is really, really affecting her. And that is also probably like having effect on her confidence and not feeling worthy.
Now, what can she do, or what can you tell us more about that fear, shame, and guilt?
This is something that she has to release because it's like these deep, deep emotions that she's just been pushing down over time. Um, but it's almost like it's hiding in her sacral. So they're saying it's like you really need to connect with your sacral. So like you could even speak to it. You could ask what you're holding on to your sacral in your dreams. Ask to be shown in your dreams. But it is like deep, or they're saying breath work. Breath work would be really great to like help bring it to the surface.
So this isn't something we can clear today. It's part of, I think in spirituality, we feel like we can just release things, they be done, but we don't realize the inner work uh is just that, it's work.
Yeah, a lot of it is stored emotion that needs to be let go. Um, and then they said I heard inner child come in like very, very strongly. So I don't know if something happened to her when she was younger, or maybe her and her brother were super close growing up, and it's almost like it hurt her inner child when he passed away. Like, I'm just, like, really feeling, instead of, like, shadow work, do a lot of inner child work, like, it feels like the inner child needs some love.
So can you just give us some information on what inner child work looks like for her?
So she can go into meditation and set the intention of meeting her inner child. Or also, like, the inner child just needs to play, like, she hasn't been playing enough. The inner child just, like, in the morning, just ask your inner child, like, "What would make your heart so happy today? What would make your soul so happy today?" Um, just express and play with your inner child. Like, your inner child just wants to play, and it's okay. Like, it's okay to do these things and have fun and not feel guilty for them.
Thank you. Thank you for that. She wanted to also know with her spouse, like, do they have a connection in multiple lifetimes or just in this lifetime? Or what can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so that's why they feel so connected. Um, they have lived multiple lifetimes together. So I'm seeing he has also been a Zeta Gray, but he's also been like he hasn't been a Zeta Gray as often as she has, but he has like he's more from different places, but they've been a Zeta Gray together. They have been in Orion together. It says that they lived like multiple lifetimes in Orion together.
What how can they make their connection stronger here on Earth?
Communication, and they're saying that if she works with her solar plexus more, this will actually get better because she'll be able to like speak what she wants and what she needs. So it's like I don't know, I'm getting this feeling of like sometimes she's doesn't voice her opinion because she's like, why does it matter? Like, I feel like they have a loving relationship, but sometimes, like, she just doesn't communicate her needs all the way. So they're just saying that, like, really working with the solar plexus to be in your power and you can communicate your needs or like what you feel like you need from a loving place and an understanding place and that you deserve to be heard.
Okay, so it seems like it's fairly actually simple of some of the things that they can do.
Yeah, and then they're saying like play together. So it's like your partner should be your uh like your greatest friend or like your greatest partner to play with. Like what could you guys do to laugh more? Like what makes your partner laugh? What makes you laugh? What could you guys do that day that would make your both of your inner child so happy? And connect on like that level of the inner child.
I love that. So it'll check two boxes. It'll check the connecting with her inner child and then connecting with spouse all in one thing. So that's actually fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there any other messages before we go to do a body scan?
Just she's doing such a beautiful job. She's such a beautiful beacon of light on earth at this time.
Love that. Beacon of light. I'm putting it in my notes so she remembers that she's a beacon of light and a transmitter of information. All right. So we're going to ask in the angels, her higher self, anyone who'd like to come in to help us with this body scan. And we're going to start from the top at the crown, and we're going to scan down to the root. And as we're at the crown, how does that look? Is there anything that you guys see there?
Okay, so we're actually gonna start There's a lot that needs to be updated, so I'm just gonna start at the root actually and like work my way up. Um, that's just what they're telling me to do.
Sure.
So looking at the root, we're just gonna shine red light into it. There is a little density here, but that's like pretty normal just because like we carry some of that density throughout the day. But they're saying like definitely ground yourself more. It's like um when we ground ourselves, we can really get that energy like flowing up and through the root. And so it's really important to like make that connection with the earth, especially because like her body is like an older version. So it's just really important to keep that flow of energy. Um so I'm definitely gonna update that. And then they're shining like healing light into her sacral, just clearing some of that density. But there's a lot of emotions here that need to be released. So this is where she like stores a lot of her emotions.
And what kind of health things can she see if she doesn't release those emotions? Like, what is she going to start to kind of see?
A lot of stomach pain and a lot of like emotional issues. Like they're saying for her, it affects more like her emotional body.
Okay.
So it's more like it will keep her at a very low vibration.
Okay. And that's why, is that maybe why she's feeling unhappy lately and just like discontent?
Yeah, so those are like all the stored emotions. Like they're trying to come to the surface, but she's still like pushing them down, and it's just like bringing down her vibration altogether.
Okay. Um, and then as we move up, what do you see?
I'm gonna update the root and the sacral first, cause
Okay.
so Adia, dia, dia, dia. Dia, 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 dia. Just really feeling that divine connection between her and Gaia. Dia, 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 dia. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, her root actually feels pretty good. Like as long as she like really focuses on her connection with Earth, um, the energy flow that flows into her body is pretty good. It's just like once it gets to the sacral. So let me see what I can do. So, they're still shining like orange light into her sacral. Dia 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 dia. Ay 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 ay. Dia 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 dia. Ooh. Her sacral is very nurturing. It's like it just wants to love everyone and nurture you and hold you. It's really nice. Dia, dia, dia. Ooh, I get this feeling like she has worked a lot with like the passing of her brother, but I think I'm getting this feeling that like she had to be there for everyone else. Um, and like take care of everyone else when her brother passed. So they're saying like it's okay to release this. Like it's okay to release um even just the passing of your brother. It's like it's still in her sacral. So maybe
Hmm.
just like setting the intention um of like having her brother come to her and they can have that conversation, or even just like having her own session where her brother can be present. That or just like breath work or something to get her into that intention of releasing what is being stored around her brother and her role that she played when he passed.
Um,
Oh,
and well, listening to this and hearing the fact that he's doing okay and he's happy, will that help her?
yeah, absolutely. And knowing that like it was his choice.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I hope that really helps her to be able to move through this. Um, is there anything else that we there in her sacrum that we need to look at and explore?
No, it just wants to be like loved and spoken to every day and nurtured.
What would you say to your sacral if you had to speak to it?
Just that I love you and that you hold the beautiful universe inside of you. All of your wisdom is in your sacral. So the more you connect to your sacral, the more you connect to your wisdom, to your cosmic family. And
Hmm.
it's like she has this ability. It's like has this ability to be like a nurturer for Earth. To really it's like her sacral like connects her to the beings of Earth.
Hmm. Love that. It feels like the stars are twinkling in my sacral right now. That feeling inside, yeah. So connecting in. All right. So, what about the solar plexus? What do we have going on there?
Attachment. So I think that's what you felt. There's an attachment there.
Okay. Yeah, it was like, okay. So tell us more about that attachment.
Okay, I'm getting a vision where she was in a war on Earth. This is definitely on Earth. She was in a war. Um, she was a soldier in Vietnam. Vietnam keeps coming up. It's like I can see her like army crawling on the ground, and this was very traumatic.
What, what
Okay,
was,
so this is when she got the attachment. So it's like the fear is what like the fear is what like allowed that soul to attach to her. It's like in that moment she was just feeling a lot of fear and so it attached to her solar plexus. So this has been with her for lifetimes. For 2 lifetimes.
so did she pass away in Vietnam?
No, she made it home, but she was very traumatized by it.
Did she take an early exit? Because if she would have been in Vietnam, she still would be most likely in this lifetime, or was that a parallel lifetime, or what happened there?
Okay, this is the lifetime of the attachment.
Okay.
So,
So,
okay, so this is yeah, so this is her this is the lifetime of the attachment. So, he he is showing me like his entire life. Like he's showing me Vietnam, how he like came home from Vietnam and he was like super proud of himself. He is like going through the whole war story hero thing with me.
that's all right. We're here to listen and acknowledge him and give him the floor. It's important.
Oh my, he's even showing me like um it's almost like he's showing me he's like he came home and his wife was really sick and he's like at her bedside while she's dying and so he felt like he got of like missed the time with his wife and then he's okay and then after that he got like it's almost like he got Alzheimer's or like his PTSD was so bad that it's almost like his soul was even confused when it left his body, and that's when he attached to her.
Okay. And why did he choose her?
She felt safe. It's like he felt like that loving, nurturing energy um that his wife had, and he like really missed his wife, and he was really confused, and he attached to her.
Does he still miss his wife?
Yes, absolutely.
We appreciate and honor the war that he went and fought in for, the country. And we're proud that you were able to come home too. And we acknowledge that it must have been very hard for your wife to leave early. But would you like to leave now so you can go be reunited with your wife?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to call in Archangel Michael to just come in and bring his blue light of beauty and protection and to guide you to the light to be reunited with your soul family, with your wife, and go have that life review.
He was so proud of like what he did in Vietnam.
Well, I'm glad he had a forum to tell his story, to not have to leave holding that in.
Yeah, it's like he had to tell a story one more time.
So we're just going to also ask for that blue light, that blue flame of Archangel Michael to just seal that area where the attachment was and just fill it with the blue light so nothing else fills that space.
There is one more. It's like it's like in the sternum. It feels like it's like right it's almost like right between the heart chakra and the solar plexus.
So like right where anatomy, like where the xiphoid process is kind of like on the chest. You might not know where
Yeah.
that's at. You're like, sure. Um,
That's exactly.
okay, so what's going on there?
Okay, this is the attachment that has been with her for 2 lifetimes.
Okay, all
It's like I
right.
can feel it. It's weird. It feels like it's moving.
And what does that attachment like? Why did it happen? What happened there?
It says they're friends.
Was it from a lifetime here on Earth or on another planet?
Earth.
Okay. How were they friends?
Oh my god. Okay, so they're saying that two lifetimes ago on Earth, she had a contract with a walk-in, and the walk-in never left. It attached to her.
Okay. Why did the walk-in not leave?
It's like he likes the or it's like less responsibility. It's like he still gets to have these experiences, but he doesn't have the responsibility of like actually having to like be a human and like um have like his own soul contracts. It's like he just gets to attach it and like hang out.
So was he a walk-in from the like Zeta or Orion?
Yeah, he was a walk-in from Orion.
Okay. And then is he, by being there as a walk-in, is he blocking any of her energy flow in that area?
Yeah, and it's like a block over her heart chakra because um he's more like it's not that he's like negative or anything, but he definitely isn't as high of a frequency um as she is. And so it's blocking her energy flow and it's lowering her vibration.
Okay. Is he like that friend that offers to do a project with you, but they don't do any of the work but takes the credit?
Yeah, or like it's like that friend that moves into your house and then doesn't leave.
Yeah. But does he realize that by being there, he's messing with the contract with the Greys to transmit that information and to hold out that contract here on Earth right now?
He just told me they're cool with it. It's fine.
Well, should we call them in and ask if they're cool with it?
They said they're not.
Yeah. And like, no
And the
offense, but
higher self is saying that he has overstayed his welcome.
okay. So,
You know what he looks like? He kind of looks like you know the dragon from Mulan? He kind of looks like that, but like a little less friendly.
okay. And we understand why you would want to be here and to have part of this experience. It's exciting, but also she has a contract and a life that she needs to honor and fulfill, and you're invading her free will by being here. So we're going to give you an opportunity to leave on your own accord, or we're going to call in the big guns.
He just asked where do I go then?
Well, we can ask that you be ushered back to Orion to fulfill other life contracts, to make other life contracts, and to have other experiences.
He didn't like it in Orion. He said that there was too much pressure on him and it wasn't as comfortable for him.
What about if you were to incarnate here on the earth as like a rock or something like that? You can still have the experience, but not be blocking the energy flow.
Hmm.
Like you don't have to do much there, but you can still have the experience.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So we're going to say goodbye to you. And we appreciate that you want to help in some way, but I know that there's another way for you to help by going. So is he leaving?
Yeah, Archangel Michael is just like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I wondered if he was going to need help. I just wanted him to have some dignity by leaving on his own accord.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he left. It's fine.
Okay, that does feel better in my body too.
Yeah, that feels way better. Like it feels like there's a lot lifted from the chest. Then
Hmm.
I feel a block in the throat now.
Okay, what's going on there?
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure because so it feels like the transmitter is like right back here, and it feels like it's blocking the energy to the throat. So I'm gonna work my way up. I'm gonna reprogram the solar plexus first because like I know she's also been having issues with that. Um, and right now they're just shining like green healing light onto the heart where that attachment was, just to make sure that that's clean and clear. But other than that, her heart looks really good. She just like it is her. I feel like her inner child does just need some love, like we talked about already. So let
Yeah.
me work with the solar plexus, um, and then we'll work our way up.
Okay.
Dia dia. Dia 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 dia. Dia 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 dia. Dia 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 dia. That feels a lot better.
Is the device affecting her like neck and shoulders a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like this whole area.
Okay.
Okay, so let me um I'm just gonna make sure that the flow like up to her heart is good. Dia dia dia. Ay 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 ay. That feels a lot better. Okay, so now we're gonna completely like recode this device for the grays, and just so that the energy, it's like almost completely blocking her energy.
Okay.
Dia dia dia. Dia 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 dia. Dia 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 dia. That feels a lot better.
Yeah. How does her third eye and her crown look?
She has a very powerful third eye. She just needs to practice her abilities more. They're saying that she's very clairaudient audit so that she could just be in that conversation with her higher guidance, like if she just like stills her mind more, and she learns how to like connect with her heart to discern her own thoughts versus like those of her higher self and like the thoughts of even like the Zeta Grays, like she has that ability to be in like actual conversation with them. So when we meet with her, we can talk to her more on like how to build upon that ability.
Okay. And then her
So
crown.
yeah, so I'm just gonna open and activate the third eye and the crown completely, and then just make sure like her energy is really flowing. Um, yeah, we'll do that first. So I ah yeah 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 yeah. Ah dia 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 dia. Ah dia 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 dia.
How's that feel?
Uh, it feels it's almost like her crown, like it feels like it's like a little short circuited. Like it's like I could see it like trying to light up,
Hmm.
but it's like not allowing her to like get the information that she needs. And they're
Okay.
just telling me that this is like something that needs to pretty much be like completely recoded.
Okay.
Ah, dia, dia. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. That feels so much better.
You look pretty chill now with your crown all connected.
They're saying that she does just have like a past life. She has a couple past lives in her throat. Um, one of them they can take us to today. The other one is like hers to release because she'll have to feel the emotion with it.
Okay. So let's go to that past life that they want us to explore today.
She was like she was a witch,
Mm,
but she just like lived in the forest by herself and she was like a happy witch. Like just very like into herbs and like she like loved magic. Like she knew that she could create magic and she like knew that magic was real and she could connect to the elements.
Now, why would this lifetime be stuck in her throat? What happened?
She just like wanted to share her magic. She wanted to like tell people about her magic. Like she thought that it was so beautiful and she just wanted to share it with everyone. Um and when she tried to like speak her truth and share her magic, um she was persecuted for it.
So, how did she pass in that lifetime?
It's like they lit her house on fire and trapped her in the house. Oh, okay, so it's like that blocking the throat is like smoke. Like it's like I can't breathe.
Hmm. And how did she feel about humanity once that all happened? Like when she went to her life review, what did she walk away from that lifetime learning?
I just like I feel a lot of anger too. Like I feel a lot of like resentment towards humanity. Like she's like I did nothing wrong. Like I just wanted to share this magic with you.
So, what can we do for that beautiful white Wiccan lifetime to honor and send her gratitude and acknowledgement of our appreciation of the beauty that she wanted to share with humanity?
It's so cool. It's like I'm seeing her like move the elements or like Like she really worked with the elements, and it's like I'm seeing her like use the wind to move fire. It's so cool. She's like floating, or she's like using the wind to like move leaves and things like that. It's so cool.
Is there anything Jamie can do in this lifetime to connect with that lifetime and honor her work, and honor her way of being? Um,
Yeah, they're saying that she could really look into like how to use like herbs and things like that. Um, for natural healing and almost for like her own spells, but it's like spells to use in her own life, like create her own magic. It's almost like a manifestation spell, or like using like spells of love.
and can we remove this past life from this energy field right now, or is that something that she needs to do by tapping into it?
Yeah, so Archangel Michael is just like helping like raise the soul out of the body before the house was even set on fire. Like he's just like, come with me, it's okay. Like you learned from this experience. This experience was beautiful. It's okay. And then he's like really healing her throat, like saying like it's okay to speak your truth, like it's okay to speak up. Like not everyone will understand it, but it's okay. Not everyone's meant to understand it. Like not everyone's meant to understand your magic.
I think it's so beautiful too, because not everyone gets a lifetime where they can be in magic like that and in nature and in unity with it all. So I think it's actually a big honor to have experienced that lifetime.
Yeah, and they're saying that like she does have this ability to be so connected to nature.
Hmm.
Like
Well,
she could work with the elements.
that's amazing. That's amazing. And then the other lifetime, do they want to give us a little bit of understanding of what she needs to work on that one with? Like, can you just give us a brief look into that lifetime? Or do they not want us to explore it at all today?
They're saying that it's like a traumatic lifetime, an Anunnaki lifetime.
Okay. Okay. I can understand why that's something for her to explore on her own. But it's a good for us to know kind of the subject. Anything else that you guys see there in the throat, or does it look pretty good now that Archangel Michael helped?
Yeah, so they're just telling her that she also worked with the Anunnaki when the Zeta Greys also worked with the Anunnaki when they were doing like their genetic experiments with human bodies. And so she has also lived lifetimes as Anunnaki.
Okay. Um, are there any final messages or anything from her guides, angels, her brother, anyone that wants to come in?
The Zetas are just saying like thank you so much for doing this for us. You're really helping the evolution of humans evolve, and you have played like this huge part in the ascension just by being you. Like you're really um it's like you have this incredible gift to connect with all people. It's like you have this beautiful gift where you can connect with star seeds and light workers and people that believe in aliens, and then you can also connect to people that like may not really be ready to believe all of these things, but you can help them understand at the level that they're at. And that is so beautiful. That is like a gift that the earth needs at this time so that we can help guide people to this beautiful new earth that we're creating. So thank you so much.
Oh, I bet this is just going to make her feel really excited and proud of her role. So thank you as well to the Greys, the Zeta Greys, for helping with humanity's ascension. And thank you to her brother and her sister who showed up today. And just all of the beings and honoring the White Wiccan, and just honoring everyone who showed up today. So thank you. And we send you so much love.
Yeah, thank you.